going to share your special day with us.
I didn't invite you. Guess Mommy and Daddy, what did you hear? I know what I'm going to get for my birthday. Last year I asked for a country. It's only a little thing, 'cause my daddy is the king, and he's all too glad to indulge me. So guess what I'm going to get for my birthday? Rosamond, rose of the world, you know you're someone special. Rosamond, everyone else is someone special too. I know what I'm going to get for my birthday. Last year I asked for a country. It's only a little thing, 'cause my daddy is the king, and he's all too glad to indulge me. In the hearing of the king, do anything for me on my birthday. I know what I'm going to get for my birthday. This year I asked for the moon.
Happy birthday, darling.
Why don't you open your presents, Rosamond?
I didn't think the moon would fit in a box this small. Daddy?
It's the moon, dear. Isn't that what you wanted, precious?
Oh, Daddy, now I can have my party by moonlight. I've always thought daytime parties were so dull. Servants, draw the drapes. Daddy, why isn't the moon shining?
Must be its new moon phase. Servants, open the drapes.
That's not the real moon.
Well, of course it is. And look, here's a gift from Auntie Mary.
But it's not the real moon.
Well, I know, but it is solid silver. Maybe we could buy you a telescope.
What have you done to Rosamond?
No, what has she done to me?
She's a very naughty child, wise woman.
She is very wicked indeed, but it is partially your fault too.
What? Haven't we given her everything she's ever wanted?
That is precisely the problem. You should have given her a few things she needs. But you are far too dull to understand me.
Wise woman, your rudeness is a bad example for Rosamond. Be polite or take your leave. Sorry for the interruption, guests. Let the celebration continue. Rosamond, you can come back now. Rosamond?
Now that you have stopped struggling, I will let you walk on your own, but you must follow me closely. The woods are not safe without me.
Help! They're after me! Help me! Help me!
Child, you are safe as long as you stay with me. Follow me.
There is danger in the forest, lurking there behind each tree. When I try to run, escape this place, the shadows cling to me. Why does trouble stop me? Can't it bother someone else? I want to go back safely home, but I can't help myself. We're not staying here long, are we?
This is my home. You will be living here with me for a while.
Well, I guess I can make do. Servants, fresh socks, please.
Rosamond, I will be gone all day. I am leaving this list of instructions with you. Do everything on the list, and when you get hungry, reach into that hole in the wall and food will be there.
Whatever. What's taking your servants so long?
Rosamond, here you need to take care of yourself.
Sweep the floor? Wash the dishes? Comb my hair? What do you think I am? A slave?
In a way, you are. A slave to your own moods and wishes.
Oh, I see. You only saved me from the wolves because you wanted a maid. Well, you're out of luck.
If you will not work, you will not eat. Until you have finished your chores, the hole in the wall will remain empty. But when you have finished, you will find the most satisfying meal you've ever tasted.
Well, this is a fine kettle of fish. The very idea of me, a princess, washing dishes, and I was even starting to think she was a nice lady. I'm bored. Isn't there anything fun to do here? I'm so hungry.
It's time to show responsibility to the best of my ability. Develop some agility in working for my Lord. It's time to show my true nobility by serving in humility. Exhibit productivity in working for my Lord. Should I do it for myself? Oh no, we work in order to have something to share with those in need. Can I do it for myself? No, but I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. It's time to show responsibility to the best of my ability. Develop some agility in working for my Lord. It's time to show my true nobility by serving in humility. Exhibit productivity in working for my Lord. We are His workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works which God prepared beforehand that we should walk in them. We are His workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works which God prepared beforehand that we should walk in them. Should I do it for myself? Oh no, we work in order to have something to share with those in need. Can I do it for myself? No, but I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. It's time to show responsibility to the best of my ability. Develop some agility in working for my Lord. It's time to show my true nobility by serving in humility. Exhibit productivity in working for my Lord.
Oh, feels good to sit down. Hey, there's food in the hole. Lima bean casserole, my favorite. I've been at the Wise Woman's cottage for at least a month, but I've never noticed this door before. I wonder where it goes. Wow, the pictures look so real.
I'm a princess.
My birthday is a national holiday. You should have seen the mountain of presents I got this year.
What a bragging jerk. Wise woman would have a thing or two to say to her.
My daddy gives me anything I want, and I deserve it. I have 10 servants who do whatever I tell them to. I am very important.
Ick, I don't like this one. Who painted this garbage anyway? It only gives the title, Rose of the World. Wait a minute.
It's me.
Created in God's image, we were meant to mirror Him, to show His beauty and perfection. There was no room for sin, but sin we did, and in that way we destroyed His perfect art. No longer reflections of a holy God. Darkness filled our hearts. There is no way I can make myself acceptable to Him. Only Christ's blood given freely for me can make me shine again. When I look at myself, humbling though it may be, I want to see myself the way God sees me. God who said, "Light shall shine out of darkness," is the one who has shown in our hearts to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of God in the face of Christ. But we have this treasure in jars of clay, that the all-surpassing greatness of the power may be of God and not of ourselves. There is no way I can make myself acceptable to Him. Only Christ's blood given freely for me can make me shine again. When I look at myself, humbling though it may be, I want to see myself the way God sees me.
Now here's a picture I like. A green sheep in a green pasture, a stream, and a cute cottage in the distance.
Well, I'm off to tend the sheep. Goodbye, dear. Goodbye, Agnes.
Goodbye, Papa. See you at noon, dear.
Come along, Prince.
Mother, may I have some more milk?
No, Agnes. We have to save the rest of it for our milk porridge at dinner.
Yes, Mom.
Yes?
Would you give an old woman a drink?
Of course. Come on in. I'll pour you some.
Oh, sure, give our precious milk to an old lady, but deprive your own daughter.
I see, you would like the milk. Here.
Save some for the old woman. Oh. I'll go get you some fresh water instead.
Thank you.
Maybe it's Agnes. Hello. Who are you?
My name is Rosamond.
You look about the same age as my dear daughter, Agnes. She disappeared last month.
Please, ma'am, I'm lost. Can you help me find my way back to the palace?
The palace? Hundreds of miles from here? You must be out of your mind, child. Come in. I'll get you something to eat. You can stay with us till we find your parents.
My parents are the king and queen.
Poor thing has lost her senses. Well, you can stay in my own dear Agnes's bed and borrow her clothes. But, we can't afford to keep you unless you work while you're here.
At least I know how to do chores.
Supper smells delicious. But who's this?
This is Rosamond. She's lost, and I've told her she can stay with us until we find her parents. She's a little confused. She thinks she's a princess.
Well, pleasure to meet you, Rosamond.
I've been taught not to shake hands with those who are beneath me.
Oh, well, I beg your pardon.
You ungrateful girl. Here, we offer to take you in when we can barely afford it, and you treat us this way.
I don't get why I keep having to serve. I don't want to do your chores or wear your daughter's shabby clothes. I just want to go home. Woof, woof. Call the dog away.
Will you behave?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Prince, this girl's a friend. We really do want to help you, Rosamond. Will you put up with us until we can find your parents?
It's hard to be patient, it's hard to be kind, but Jesus has taught us to love all the time. It's hard to be forgiving, especially with some, but God will reward us if we love everyone.
I remember years ago my mother baked a special treat. A neighbor that came from behind and stole the piece away from me. I wanted to grab it back, you see, but the good Lord's words came back to me.
Luke 6:30. If anyone takes what belongs to you, do not demand it back. It's hard to be patient, it's hard to be kind, but Jesus has taught us to love all the time. It's hard to be forgiving, especially with some, but God will reward us if we love everyone.
Alas, I knew long time ago her face was pretty, but her heart was cool. She told me I looked more like a mouse than I looked like a girl. I wanted to yell right back, you see, but the good Lord's words came back to me.
1 Peter 3:9. Do not say insult with insult, but with blessing. It's hard to be patient, it's hard to be kind, but Jesus has taught us to love all the time. It's hard to be forgiving, especially with some, but God will reward us if we love everyone.
I had a little sister who couldn't keep her mouth shut. She found out that I liked someone and told the town about my crush. I wanted to get her back, you see, but the good Lord's words came back to me.
Leviticus 19:18. Do not seek revenge or hold a grudge. It's hard to be patient, it's hard to be kind, but with God's Spirit inside us, it gets easier all the time. But with God's Spirit inside us, we can love everyone all the time. Hey!
I can't imagine why an old woman would kidnap me and then leave me here alone. But I'm not worried. Nothing could happen to someone as good as me. These pictures look so alive. And there's my house. But and my mother. But who's that girl with her? I'm sure I've never seen her before.
I'm a very good girl. I'm so good, my parents call me an angel. I have no need for improvement, so I have plenty of time to notice others' faults. Every day I thank God I'm so much better than others.
Well, she thinks highly of herself. Oh, how lovely! A huge city and a palace. Just the kind of place for me.
Where are you going, Missy?
I'm lost.
Where's your mother and father?
I don't know. I was kidnapped by an old lady. I don't know where I am or what to do.
What's your name, child?
Agnes.
Agnes, come with me. The king and queen insist upon seeing every lost child in the kingdom. You see, their own daughter disappeared, and they've been real upset ever since.
Bring in the girl.
Oh, I hope it's Rosamond. That's not Rosamond.
Certainly not. Remove her at once.
Please, your majesty, what shall I do with her?
Take her home with you.
Begging your pardon, sir, I have 6 already. I really can't take her.
Then take her to the kitchen. I'm sure the cook can put her to work.
Excuse me, your majesties. Is that a painting of your daughter?
Of course it is. Haven't you seen the notices all over the kingdom?
Well, I live very far away, from Glenford, but I think I've seen her.
You have?
Where? When?
Well, it's a bit hard to explain, your majesties, but I was kidnapped and was in a room full of pictures, and I saw a picture of her with my mother and father.
So you really didn't see her. You saw a picture of her.
Well, I saw a picture of the palace, and suddenly I was here. So maybe she saw a picture of my house and suddenly was there. My parents are Richard and Alice, and my father's a shepherd.
That's absurd. The most ridiculous story I've ever heard. Take her to the kitchen. Captain.
Yes, sire?
I have an errand for you in Glenford.
Rosamond is missing.
Missing?
I sent her to fetch water and she hasn't returned.
Where have you looked so far?
Are you Richard the shepherd?
Yes, sir.
Where is Princess Rosamond?
Princess?
We've been told you have Rosamond in your custody.
We have been caring for a child by that name, but she has disappeared. We were just going to go look for her.
Aren't you aware of the law? Any lost child is to be brought to the king and queen. You have been withholding a child from the king and queen and are therefore a kidnapper.
But, sir, we didn't know. The king is so far away from here, and the people in our village keep to themselves.
Save it for the king and queen. You're under arrest.
Stress
my time with the shepherd and shepherdess was a test?
Yes, I was watching you.
So you know I lost my temper and almost threw a mug.
Yes, child, but I also knew you were very sorry about it and haven't done such a thing since.
Wise woman, when may I go home?
Are you ready for your final trials?
Will they be very hard?
Yes, but I will give you some advice. Nobody can be a true princess until she is a princess over herself. Now, go to sleep, and the trial will begin.
Oh, I do feel sleepy. What are you doing with that?
This old thing? You haven't touched it since you threw it at your papa. It's going to the poor.
Give it to me. It's mine. That's mine too.
You said this was the ugliest bracelet you'd ever seen. Right in front of your cousin who gave it to you. Why not let someone else enjoy it?
But it's mine. That's mine too. Who do you think you are going through my stuff? Get out of here, all of you.
The first trial, a failure.
I'm so sorry. I know I can do better.
You have another chance, but I warn you, the trials get harder, not easier.
Well, nothing's happening. I wonder what my trial will be this time. Guess I'll wait over here, away from that filthy beggar. I don't want to catch fleas, or the plague.
Please, miss, can you help me?
She should get a real job.
The second trial, a failure.
Oh, wise woman, even my thoughts are on trial? How will I ever get it right? Isn't there some way you can help me?
I am glad you asked, child. Now try again.
I was at Rosen's birthday party too. Have you ever seen anyone so greedy?
And the way she talked to her mother and father was disgraceful.
And she was even rude to the guests.
She doesn't care about anyone but herself.
Oh, wise woman, they're right. But I don't want to be that way anymore.
The third trial, a success.
What did I do?
You saw the truth about yourself and was not offended, but convicted. Do you know why I came to the palace and took you?
Because I was so awful?
No, because I knew how wonderful you could be, and how wonderful you will be. I have been training you for a special job I have.
Really? What is it?
You will find out when you become queen of all your father's kingdoms. Now go to sleep one more time, and when you wake up, you will be home. But remember, I am always with you.
Queen?
Captain, bring in the witness.
Yes, sire.
Agnes, you're alive.
Thank the Lord. Silence. This kitchen maid claims to have seen the princess in your charge. Is this true, young woman?
Well, sir, I didn't actually see her with them. I saw a painting that looked real. But I'm sure they didn't mean any harm. And I only wanted to get home.
Speak plainly, child. Did you see the Princess Rosamond with this man and woman, or did you not?
Your Majesty, we will plainly tell you that a girl by the name Rosamond was in our care. There's no need to torment our daughter.
Shepherd, where's Rosamond now?
We do not know. She was with us for a while, then vanished.
How did you treat her when she was with you?
We gave her food and shelter, gave her our own lost daughter's clothes, and even taught her to keep house.
Keep house? How dreadful! Oh, my poor darling.
Kidnapping and child abuse? Take them to the dungeon.
Do not hurt them. They were my good, kind guardians.
Who let that ragged girl in here?
Don't you know me, Daddy?
Could it be?
Rosamond?
Yes, and I've missed you so much.
Oh, Rosamond, I know it's you, but you seem so grown up.
Yeah, you seem so different.
I am, and I've never been so happy.